Concepts in rural sociology are the definitions of terms that are often used in the context of rural sociology, so that when you come across it, you know that, oh, we are talking about rural sociology. And the first one is sociology itself. Sociology. And sociology it is the study of the society to promote development. So sociology can be defined as the study of the society. You can write if you want to. It's the study of the society to promote development. Sociology is the study of the society to promote development. And this means that when you assess your society, when you analyze your society, you look at the lapses. What do they lack? What do they have existing? That is sociology. A study that looks at your community, at your rural society, that studies what they lack, what they have, what they can get to encourage development. That is what is sociology. Now, the second one is society. 2. The second concept, society. Society is a group of people living together with common values. Society is a group of people living together with common values. Society is a group of people living together with common values and interests. Common values and interests. These individuals have stayed together so long enough that they are considered by others as a society, and they are usually resident in a common place. They have the same value system, custom system, folklore. So it is a unit. You understand? They are a unit. They have common values, common interests, common custom. That is a society. The third one is rural sociology. Rural sociology. Rural sociology is the study of rural life. Rural sociology is the study of rural life. It involves the use of methods to study the rural society at itself.
The use of methods to study
the rural society. I said it involves the use of methods to study the rural society. That's to study the rural life, to study the rural settlement or the rural area. That is rural sociology. When you direct your study towards rural settlements, that is rural sociology. Remember, we said sociology in itself is study of a society to aid development. So when you study rural life, that is in rural sociology, you're studying that rural settlement to see how you can encourage development of the rural area. Okay. Now, the next one is agricultural sociology. Agricultural sociology. Agricultural sociology. It is the application of the principles of sociology. Yes, the principles of sociology. I said rural sociology is the application of the principles of rural sociology to study the agricultural profession. Application of the principles of sociology, principles of sociology to study the agricultural profession and seek its development. So when you study everything that encompasses agriculture as a profession, and thereby you are trying to seek how you can enhance development in the agricultural sector, that is agricultural sociology. You study it to note what they have, what they lack, what you can give them to improve the agricultural profession is agricultural sociology. Now, the next 5, structure. And structure is the systemic arrangement. Structure is the systemic arrangement of a society. Is the systemic arrangement of a society from its smallest part. Arrangement of a society from its smallest part or unit. Smallest part or unit to form a larger unit. From a smallest part or unit to form a larger unit. Structure. It means small clan or small class or small group of people. Each small unit form a larger unit. For instance, your family unit, your compound unit, your ward unit, that is how it grows to become a larger structure. So that is structure. From the smallest unit, from the smallest group of people until it forms a larger group. That is structure. Okay. In continuation, a society structure is composed of groups. A society structure is composed of groups, organizations, neighborhoods. Groups, organizations, neighborhood, communities. That collect to be a larger society. That collect, meaning they gather to become a larger society. Collect is COLLECT. They come together, that's collect, to become a larger society. The next concept is function. 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 Function is the aspect that shows the relationship between the components of the society. It shows the relationship between the components of the society. I said function is the aspect of. Can I say it again? Okay, I said it shows the relationship between the components of the society. Components of the society. It involves services that one component offers another. It involves services that one component provides another component. I said it involves services that one component offers another component. Examples of these components are groups, institutions, neighborhoods, communities. Groups, institutions, neighborhood, communities, schools. Example: providing educational facilities to a community. When an organization or government itself provides educational facility, they are performing a function in that society. So that is what function is all about. Giving service. It could be training, education, water service, electricity, road. Those are services that you give the community. That is a function. Is it clear, please? Function. Number 7 is change. Change as a concept. Change. When one component changes, you can write when one component changes. It involves the process of, when one component changes, it involves the process of disorganization, organization and reorganization. You disorganize, you organize, and you reorganize. I said when component changes, it involves disorganization, organization, and reorganization. All these, yes, disorganization, organization, meaning you disorganize it, you organize it, and you reorganize. It's like evaluation and re-evaluating of the system. You understand? That is change. Okay? And this brings about a total change of the old structure. It brings about the change of the old structure. Remember, we are talking about change, meaning difference between the previous and the now. The structure. Groups, the concept 8. Groups. Group, like a group of people. Group. Groups are defined as 2 or more people. 2 or more people interacting with one another. 2 or more people interacting with one another. That's a group. They exchange information. Innovation. They exchange information, innovation, and ideas. Information, innovation, and ideas. That's a group of people. Institution, the next concept. Institution. Institutions are organizations in the society. Institutions are organizations within the society. It's the same thing. In the society, within the society. That meets the needs, that meet institutions, organizations in the society that meet the needs of their society. Institutions are organizations in that society that meet the need of that society. For instance, schools, telecommunication, PHCN, all those organizations, they meet the need of people resident within the society. The next one is organizations. Number 10, organization. Organizations are groups with special concerns. Organizations are groups with special concerns and interests. special concerns and interests, to develop special concerns and interests, to develop a structure, to develop a structure in the society, to develop a structure in the society. And they have set rules and regulations for their operation. They have set rules and regulations for their operation. They have set rules and regulations for their operations. For instance, if you are a farm located in that society, you know when to bring in staff, you know when to bring in water for irrigation. So all these things, you are going to gain them from the society you have. That is, you're going to gain your labor from that society. That means your labor, the society benefits from the labor, they get employed. They bring you water, for instance, for irrigation. There could be a dam or a stream far away. Somebody brings a tanker to feed you water. So they have rules, they have timelines for the operations within the organization. But everything is still to the benefit of the society they are located in. Okay, now communities. Concept 11, communities. Communities and neighborhoods. Communities and neighborhoods. These are groups of people living, communities and neighborhoods, neighborhood. These are groups of people living within a geographical area. Groups of people living in a geographical area, sharing common values. Living in a geographical area, sharing common values. And have common concerns about their daily life. And have common concerns about their daily life. They have common concerns about their daily life. Concern, like they have common interest. Example: village, college campus, hamlets. That example of community is a village, is a college campus like a school community. An example of a neighborhood is an hamlet, H-A-M-L-E-T, yes. Culture, number 12. Culture. Culture is the total way of life. Culture is the total way of life of people in brackets, their pattern of thoughts. In bracket, their pattern of thoughts and behavior. You close the bracket. Their pattern of thoughts and behavior. You close the bracket. Thoughts, behavior. Thank you. Okay, this means that they have the same belief system. You wake up in the morning, you stroll out of your house without greeting anybody. You're on your own. So there is this laid down principle you're already even born into, that you grow up into. Those are their norms. Say it again.
This means that they have.
I will say okay. Is it in the note or explanation?
No, it's explanation.
The last point.
Oh, please check.
This means that.
No, it's explanation.
You should write everything. You want to write everything. Okay, so social norm, number 13. Social norm, NORM. Social norms are techniques, folkways, FOLKWAYS. Techniques, folkway, folk, FOLK, that's old ways. FOLKWA is one word. FOLKWAY, okay, thank you. And laws, LAWS, like set down rules and regulation in the society, which are rules based on social values, that control. Just keep that space and continue. You'll feel it later. Okay, I said on social values that control interpersonal relationships in the society. Controls interpersonal relationships in the society. Full stop. Folkways are the socially acceptable ways of behavior. Socially acceptable ways of behavior and manners. And any deviation from these behaviors and manners, attracts moral sanctions. Any deviation from this attracts moral sanctions. Any deviation from this attracts moral sanction. Laws are formalized norms. Laws, LAWS, are formalized norms with legal or political enforcement. Legal or political enforcement of a nation or a political state. Yes, of a nation or a political state. So law is the highest level in a nation, where it is laid down rules, all those laid down gazetted rules. If you steal, you go to prison. If you do that, they are all written down. That is law. Different from what we have in the village, where we have folkways, and if you deviate, there are community ways of sanctioning those deviations. Social role, next concept. Social role. R-O-L-E, role. Social role is the expected behavior. Social role is the expected behavior of one member of the society. Expected behavior of one member of the society in relation to another. Expected behavior of one member of the society in relation to another. Example: father, teacher, citizen. Rural sociologist. Father, teacher, citizens, rural sociologists. All these people have social role in the society. Gist. Rural sociologist, IST. Traditional rulers are included. Community heads are included. All these people interact in the society. They all have their different social role. 15, social stratification. Yes, 15th concept. Social stratification. Stratification. Stratification, just as pronounced. So social stratification is the division of the society. Is the division of the society into series of levels. Division of the society into series of levels. Levels. Indicating positions of individuals. Indicating positions of individuals in the society. Indicating positions of individuals in the society. It indicates status of individuals, groups. It indicates, you can continue. It indicates status of individuals, groups in the society. It indicates that social stratification indicates the status of individuals or groups in the society. So it means, I'm explaining now, it means the hierarchy of placement of individuals in the society. If we use the community chief, for instance, under the chief, we still have sub. Like you go to your own clan, you are a representative of your own clan. So that is stratification. Everybody knows which position the status they belong in the society. That is social stratification. Okay. Social processes, the 16th, social processes, 16. Social processes. Social processes are the interactions of groups. Are the interactions of groups and individuals with one another. Interaction of groups and individuals with one another. Interaction of individuals and groups with one another, full stop. It may take the form of competition, conflict, cooperation.
The form of what?
Competition, conflict, cooperation. What is it again?
Competition, conflict, and what?
Cooperation, etc. 17, leadership. So social process means how we interact with one another. It could be some level of cooperation. It could be some controversies that led to conflict. It could be any form of relationship is social process. Now, leadership. Leadership serve. Leadership serve. SERVE. From time to time, positions. Leadership serve from time to time in positions of decision making. In positions of decision making. They influence That's leadership influences social situation. Leadership influences social situation. That means if you're holding a leadership position, you are expected to make certain improvements in what you meet on ground. 18, religion. Religion is a system of belief. Religion is a system of belief. Which distinguishes right from wrong. Religion is a system of belief that distinguishes right from wrong. Just as we have in the olden days, there were traditional rulers. They could tell, oh, don't do that thing, it's abomination. Don't do that one, it's not good. You understand? So any belief is a system of, any religion, is a system of beliefs that differentiates right from wrong.
Yes, all distinguished.
Okay, I change. It's the same thing, please. Rural persons. Rural persons. These are people who live in. Yes, these are people who live in an area of population less than 2,500 individuals. They live in an area of population less than 2,500 people or 2,500 individuals, just as I said it. Rural people are people that live in an area where their population is less than 2,500. You can put it in any word, as long as the context does not change. 500 people living in that area. Urban people, 20. Urban people are those that live in towns. Another concept. Urban people live in towns with population greater than 2,500 individuals. Urban people live in towns with their population greater than 2,500. I said urban people. 2,500 people living in that area. Primary groups. Another concept. Primary groups. Primary groups are, just keep it and continue so that you can fill it up later. Primary groups, that's another concept. Primary groups are small in size. They have face-to-face relationships with one another. They are small in size. They have face-to-face relationship with one another. And they relate in an informal nature. They relate in an informal nature. What happened? You don't have a pen? No. So I said they relate to one another in an informal, face-to-face. They have face-to-face interaction with one another, and they have informal relationship with one another. Meaning they don't have this structured, go and come back, it's not around. Or that kind of formal ways. No. This is, just look at it like in a community setting, where in the morning everybody wakes up, you're in your house, you go and greet your 10 neighbors before you come back and continue your housework, that kind of situation. So they relate in a face-to-face situation. Secondary groups. Secondary groups are larger in size. Number 22, secondary groups, they are larger in size. Formal in nature. larger in size, comma, formal in nature, formal in nature, and characterized by impersonal relationship. Impersonal, I-M-P-E-R, impersonal relationship. By impersonal relationship, I-M, impersonal relationship. It means, usually in an urban area, we have these secondary groups. Nobody knows your family. Nobody even cares. It's just the level of business we have together. After that, that is the end. So there is no close relationship, that's interpersonal. It's just the formal way. Do business and that is it. That's the difference. Okay. Social stratification as a broad topic. Social stratification, we finish with concept now. Social stratification as a broad topic. So remember, I said social stratification is the division of people or individuals in the society according to the status, according to their groups, according to their class. You understand? According to their status, their hierarchy of where they belong in the society. That is the social stratification. It breaks people down to their status. You understand? You know how to address this person. Like if you go to an upper palace now, you can't just stroll in as if you're going to your neighbor's house. That is the status it belongs due to social stratification. Okay, so difference. See, you will get materials to read up, but the one you can pick while you're reading, sometimes when you jot in your own, it's easier to read. Now, difference between social classes in the rural area and urban areas. Differences between social classes in rural area and urban area. Differences between social classes in the rural area and the urban area. 1. Just stop speaking it out loud. Sit beside somebody that you can catch up with. Okay, I said differences between social classes in the rural area and the urban area. 1, social classes are fewer in the rural areas. Social classes are fewer in the rural areas than in the urban area. Two, please, is that clear enough? Okay. 2, the lowest and the highest social classes in the rural areas. The lowest and the highest social classes in the rural areas are closer than in the urban area. That is, I said the lowest and the highest social classes in the rural area are closer than in the urban area. This is how that one works. If in the rural area, from families level to the traditional rural level, you see that the number of families or clans you will count before you reach the head of that community is smaller, shorter. Compared to in an urban area, before you count the number of families or the number of social groups, before you get to the head of that urban area, is a larger group. You understand? That is what it means. Meaning, we are fewer in this rural community, we have fewer hurdles in groups of people. That's what I mean. than in the urban region where you have so many people to consult before you can assess your your urban head. That is what it means. In rural area, the lowest and the highest social class are closer than in the urban area. 3. Rural social class tends to be lower class. Rural social class tends to be lower class. Rural social class tends to be lower class. In the rural setting, there is no extravagant or exorbitant or they are just like their normal life. You understand? There is no, so nobody is trying to outdo the other one. Nobody is trying to, you understand? So they just maintain that they are lower class, that they are low status, as long as their food is okay, they sleep well, their life is going on fine, they are healthy. That is all. But in the urban area, you have to hustle for that one, the one that does not even concern you. You go, and that is the difference. You understand? Now, number 4, the caste system. C-A-S-T-E. Caste. C-A-S-T-E. Caste system is not rigid in urban towns. Caste system is not rigid in urban towns or urban areas compared to rural areas. Compared to rural areas. It is virtually non-existing, non-existing in urban areas. Non-existing in urban areas. So caste system is just like some level of discrimination. Oh, you're still writing. Caste system is like some level of discrimination that is targeted to a group of people in that community. It could be, oh, these people are slaves, they can't work with us, like from the olden days storyline, that kind of a thing. They are like, oh, these people, we cannot marry them, oh, they don't belong to us. That one, but in the urban area, everybody mingles, you're free, you understand? That is the difference. Or they'll be like, oh, in the olden days, that person's father mistakenly killed that person's father. You cannot relate with them. They have this traditional lay down that are strict and rigid in the rural areas compared to the urban area. That is what it means. Caste system, anything that discriminates one against the other. Caste, that is caste system. Advantages of social stratification. Advantages of social stratification. 1. How long can I stay here?
As long as you want.
Oh.
Sorry, 11.
For 11, someone is coming by 11.
Yes.
Okay. Advantage 1. Social stratification serves as a means of accomplishing. It serves as a means of accomplishing essential jobs in the society. It is a means of accomplishing essential jobs in the society. Means of accomplishing essential jobs in the society. Okay, this is how that one works. Let me just briefly explain. Yes, once there are status, groups, leadership, all those groups, they know who to call on to answer to certain roles in the society. If your traditional ruler, for instance, is known to perform certain roles, that is his own leadership title, being his own job role in the society. The clan leader, he has his own role. If there is a conflict, for instance, in his own neighborhood, they know who to go to. If the clan cannot handle it, they know who to go to. So this breaks down the specific roles per strata. They know who to go to, who to refer to, who to consult at particular times. That's what it means by essential job roles. Now, 2, it regulates, that social stratification regulates and control participation of groups and individuals. It regulates and controls the participation of groups, of individuals and groups in the society. What did I say? Okay, I said it regulates and controls the participation of individuals and groups in the society. There are prescribed roles. Yes, continuation. There are prescribed roles and standards of behavior. Prescribed roles and standards of behavior in the society. That guides standards of behavior in the society, that guides relationships between the different strata, that guides the relationship between the different strata of the society. Strata means cadre, levels of the society. It gives access to certain people and restricts others. It gives access to certain people and restricts. It's a continuation. I'm still talking about regulation and control. Yes, it gives access to certain people and restricts others. And restricts others. It's just saying that it regulates everything within that society. You know your limits. You know what you can do, where you're to stop. If not, it will be seen as a deviation from the moral standard in the society. Number 3, social stratification contributes to social integration and structure. It contributes to social integration and structure. It contributes to social integration and structure. That's the full stop. It coordinates and harmonizes units. It's a continuation. I will tell you if it is a number 4. It coordinates and harmonizes units in the society. And it harmonizes units. Units can be groups of people, family units, youth group, chieftaincy, group of the chiefs. It's okay. Then the 4th one, it allows for simplification. It allows, social stratification allows for simplification. It's just simple and amplification. Simplification. That's a continuation now. Since social stratification, continue writing. Since social stratification categorizes people, into different strata. It categorizes people into different strata. Okay. There is no problem, since that breaks them into different strata. There is no problem to know how one should behave. There is no problem to know how one should behave towards another. To know how one should behave towards another. Since there is an established class. You understand? Everybody knows, oh, you are the chief of our community. We cannot just stroll into your palace anyhow. Everybody knows, oh, this is the clan head. Respect, you understand? So all these strata helps everybody to know how to behave towards each strata. Disadvantages of social stratification. One, essential roles of the community, of the society, are sometimes neglected. Essential roles of the society are sometimes neglected. Full stop. Some roles that are less important. May be focused on while neglecting the essential interests of the society. Some positions, some strata, some positions are inherited. Once some people or groups of people in the society inherit it, for instance, it could be village clan or chief of the community. It is not given to who deserves it. It is like we know who is next. So now, if this individual is not up to the task, you realize that his people might not benefit as well as they would expect. There might be a change in the what is needed by the society. For instance, if the person does not care, maybe some leaders are not just particular about their people, because it is not in their interest to even become the ruler, but it was given to them through inheritance. So in such instances, there could be neglect of essential expectations of the society. People will be expecting, oh, our king should do this, our king should do that. But in their king's mind, it is a different thing, because he got it without looking at the interest of his people. So certain social strata, giving certain status to certain people might result in the deviation from giving essential services to their people. Is it clear, please? Okay. Number 2. Social stratification may be linked to various types of deviant behavior. Various types of deviant behavior may be linked to various types of deviant behavior. Deviant, D-E-V-I-A-N-T, deviant. For example, members of lower strata may not conform. Members of lower strata may not conform to the rights and privileges of the higher strata. Lower strata may not conform to the rights and privileges of the higher strata. Full stop. This may lead to the withdrawal of the lower strata, from the society, withdrawal of the lower strata from the society, and taking up deviant behaviors, withdraw from the society and taking up deviant behaviors like addiction, drug addiction, crime, etc. What did I say? Yes, it means if they are not in good terms with who is in the higher strata, they will not cooperate with the person. And if they don't cooperate, they will try as much as possible to make the leadership or the ruling difficult for that ruling class. So they would rather go the other way and disrupt the rulership of that time. Number 3. Social stratification may result into monopoly of power. Concentrating power, that's monopoly of power, concentrating power in a dominating class. Concentrating power in a dominating class where few prosper. And the lower class deprived. Few prosper and the lower class deprived. Full stop. This inequitable distribution of power This inequitable distribution, that's unequal power distribution. Inequitable distribution of power bring about imbalances. Inequitable distribution of power brings about imbalances. IMBALA, imbalances. In the society. Imbalances in the society.
So environmental outside, they're asking if they should join.
They're supposed to be together.
No, we are a group K now. They are supposed to be with mass, agric and mass. But right now the whole system is just, they are supposed to be with biology. And biology are presently receiving departmental. They are outside now.
They should fall in now. Opportunity to learn. Bring them. If they are offering this course, they should be here. Check. Okay, the next point under the disadvantages. Social stratification. Accord status. Accord, it gives status. Accord status to people who lack capabilities. It accords status to people who lack capabilities and competence necessary to perform expected functions. People who lack capabilities and competence necessary to perform expected functions. They may be competent in other roles. These people may be competent in other roles. Not given to them. But social stratification ascribed yes, it gives them that position of rulership. Ascribes the leadership strata to them. This leads to this leads to a wastage. This leads to a wastage of social resources. This leads to a wastage of social resources. Okay, this is how this one works. If in the family, for instance, a man inherits his father's throne as the chief or as the king of a society, and ideally is good in agriculture. Usually once he becomes the king, is limited to other external things he can do. Now he's sitting in the palace He's not competent there, but that is the position ascribed to him, leading to that wastage of social resource, because he would have been better in another aspect. Okay, number 5. Social stratification tends to develop a particular class. Social stratification tends to develop a particular class of its own subculture. Particular class of its own subculture, sub-culture. Full stop. This may not fit into the whole society. This may not fit, fit into the whole society. This may not fit into this whole society. Thereby impeding integration. Thereby impede, impede, impeding integration between the various strata of the society. It impedes integration between the various strata of the society. What this means is, I'm explaining now. What this means is, if a particular if the strata leading, usually it comes from a clan or something that leads, it might focus on a particular section of the society, and that culture is focusing on might not be able to generalize to the other sectors, such that now the focus is on one, other people cannot use it because it might be against their own norms and culture. So now you're focusing what is it called, development on one part, neglecting the other people. So that can be a disadvantage of social stratification.